I've been in this beautiful garden resort for the past 7 days doing absolutely nothing. I think in the back there you can see Pattaya City. Tomorrow I'll be flying to, well, my final destination's Beijing, but I'll be flying 3 separate flights to Beijing because I absolutely refuse to fly Air China's A320. It'll take me 4 days to get to China instead of the regular 4 hours. That would be nice. Okay, we're at Bangkok Airport, taking flight number 1, Emirates. They have 10 minutes for boarding for an A380. Buy some gifts for the flight attendants. 2 mango sticky rice, a bunch of snacks, probably either for today. They just said it's going to be delayed by 25 minutes. Should have gone to the lounge. Boarding was chaotic. There was no separate line for business or first class passengers, so everybody just boarded at once. But it got a lot calmer after getting on board. Oh, this is the A380 on Emirates. We're on a 2.5-hour hop. A personal automated minibar is absolutely not necessary, but so cool to have. Something very interesting happened. A passenger that came in from Dubai did not get off in Bangkok, and only after we started our pushback and taxi that they discovered that he didn't get off. So we had to pull into a remote gate, send a little shuttle bus just for this one passenger to get off before we could take off again. Within an hour and 52 minutes, I was planning to eat, to shower, and then also check out the onboard bar, so I had a very tight agenda. I haven't had alcohol for like 2 months. Because I wanted to try so many things on board, they served all my dishes at once, and we had to squeeze to make everything fit. The amazing part, the shower. There's even a hair dryer, the shower head, timer. There's a seat too. I'm gonna enjoy my time in the shower. That was incredible. The cabin attendant took all these Polaroids for me at the bar. Look at how awkward I look. We then started our descent into Hong Kong. The flight was less than 3 hours, but I felt like I did so many things on the plane. Back in Hong Kong. Hong Kong is so hot. Look at all these fancy cars. Well, that was flight 1 out of 3. See you tomorrow for flight number 2. Bye. During my 1-day layover, I went over to this place in Hong Kong called Lantau Island. That was a very cute little village, and it felt like time had stopped. Everything was really calm and chill. Good morning. It is 4:25, I think. I woke up so much earlier than my alarm, which was at 5:15, because I got super excited about going to the Cathay Lounge. Instead of going back to sleep, I think I'm just gonna start getting ready and then head to the airport. I'm not sure if anything's open at all, but the lounge is open at 5:30. Just gonna go check that out. I think it's gonna be a fun journey. All dressed up and ready to go. I know I don't have to dress up to fly first class, but I want to. And I also usually don't care about lounges, but the one exception, I think, is when it's a first class lounge in the hub of the flight carrier. So let's go get checked out and then check into the lounges. White pants, usually not best for dressing up, but this actually looks alright. It's really humid in here. airport, flight number 2, Hong Kong to Haneda. That's the first class check-in area. I think I'm gonna go check it out. This is the 777 that's gonna be taking us to Haneda later. Hello. Sleeping well? What a journey to finally be here. Wow, it's beautiful. The lounge itself was very minimalistic and gorgeous. It felt like a huge living room, like everyone has been saying, and I went to get a table at the dining room. I got the Chinese breakfast set, and unfortunately, the presentation just looked really sad. I then went for a shower at one of the dozens of shower rooms. I have to say, the service was not the best. They just like rushed me into the shower room. There was no explanation or anything. No more Aesop, not a Dyson hairdryer. ANA still wins. It's a small cramped space for a shower, but we'll do. Shower done, nothing too special. Feels just like a regular business class lounge. Then I headed for a complimentary 15-minute foot massage that was super relaxing. Overall thoughts, not very good. The service was really meh. The people weren't very friendly. There was no thank you coming out of any of the services. The food was alright. It wasn't really good. The foot massage was really nice. The shower was very normal. The bartender made a very mid cappuccino and was not friendly either. Or maybe I just had really high expectations because Cathay, also first class in Hong Kong, but that's only half of the experience. Now we're going on to the other half, which is the plane ride itself. Rachel, if you're watching this, I don't think the first class lounge is worth waking up that early for. The business class lounge is really good. I then went to get a lot of gifts for the flight attendants and my parents and my grandparents, and then went over to get ready for boarding. This was my first time on Cathay's 777 first class, and my first impression was that the seat was extremely wide. Flight 2 out of 4. Much better than an Air China A320 or... The flight attendants brought this cute little card to welcome me. Is 8 o'clock champagne too early? I don't think so. After a 1-hour delay due to congestion, we finally took off and headed for Tokyo. For breakfast, I got a fruit plate, a Cathay Delight, a chicken congee, and some dim sum. I then took a nap and then asked for some tea and coffee when I woke up. We were making our final approach into Tokyo already. Here we are. It's so hot. There it is. This tiny little room that smells extremely funky is where I'll be spending the next, 12 hours while I chill in my room for a little bit to cool down before going out again. Let's talk about the Cathay experience. On board, it was really nice. The cabin what's the name? The purser came over to greet me. She was the one who was serving me. She's also from KL. And we had some good chats about China, about how my ex is studying in China, and how our cultural views on China are so different. She really likes China and how it's so young and hustling and bustling and everything with all the people, and she says she needs to be in a place like that with a lot of people. And I was like, oh, I think it's nice to be in a high-tech or fancy city, but China just felt very overwhelming when I went back. And she's like, yeah, I get that. That was a fun chat. The congee on board was absolutely amazing. The chicken congee and then the dim sum platter, delicious. I had so many Cathay Delights. I saw them making it. They had to shake it. It was really cool. It just felt very personal, and we had a lot of chats about the Emirates A380 and then how Cathay doesn't have enough 777 pilots. That's why there's not a lot of first class routes. Overall, it felt like it was definitely a first class experience in the sky, but not a first class experience on the ground, which is completely opposite of what I've been hearing about Cathay. I had very high expectations. They were not met. But hey, maybe it's just an off day. Maybe it's just, you know, people not wanting to work at 5:30 in the morning on a Monday. But that's my experience. Okay, lovely. Tomorrow is flight number 3. I'll be flying from Tokyo Haneda to Beijing on Japan Airlines the 787-9 on their APAC suites, which is the same airplane that I flew to Boston on in April, which is nice. It's nice to see a short haul flight compared to a long haul flight in terms of the soft product, because it's only going to be like 4 hours, but anything is better than Air China's A321. Then I went out to get my hair cut and dyed. For reference, this is what I looked like before going in. They're playing Taylor Swift. I'm loving it already. I think it's too short. I think it's got too much. It's way too short here. Well then, this is what it looks like afterwards. Am I getting a bit more used to this? Maybe. Hey, you get what you get and you don't get upset, I guess. It was a very long day. Here's my haul for tonight. I got some ice cream. I got famichiki. Got Lawson Chiki, whatever it's called. Some breakfast tomorrow. Oh Lord, I'm so late. Ohayo gozaimasu from Tokyo. 5:50, and it's extremely bright outside for some reason. So I better be hurrying. I didn't even have time to eat breakfast today. I slept so well. Still cannot believe that the Japanese adjective for sleeping well, gusuri, comes from the English good sleep. But anyway, no time to chill, I just gotta run. It's a lot of people. I think I'm not gonna be able to make this. Time to take the 3rd and final flight at the end of my journey. I think like everyone and their mother has access to the Sakura lounge now. Having a proper breakfast with a beautiful view of the tarmac. I am so tired right now. Boarding started 20 minutes early and it was a remote gate, so we had to take a bus. I was so surprised by how empty the business class cabin was. Like when I say empty, it's actually a completely empty J cabin, except for that one person there. It's gonna be like first class all over again. So it looks like there's only 3 other people in J. It is the exact same Sky Suites 2 that I flew to Boston in. In the back, it was extremely chaotic during boarding. Everybody was rushing, everybody was pushing. But this J cabin seems extremely lovely. As we were taxiing to the runway, I saw this little Cessna that's also lining up. The flight attendant says the Japanese menu is not her recommendation and recommended that I try the Western menu with this Wagyu patty. And as she was giving this to me just now, she said it's probably the best menu for this year. She is adorable. Itadakimasu. I really liked how their ice cream was also Japan Airlines branded. After I gave them the gifts that I got them, they also gave me a bag of gifts that included 2 Japan Airlines bag tags and 2 model A350s. That was such a thoughtful gesture. Thank you so much. It's a great flight. I think this is probably the best out of all 3, even though this was in business. This was the end of my 3-flight journey. Beijing airport is extremely empty, at least this section. Oh shit, that's loud. Well, I'm back in Beijing in China. 3 flights, 3 days, no Air China. This is that shit that Chanel makes. I went through to the garage to find my Uber that took me to my hotel. Is it a red flag if the check-in agent tells you this isn't a very fancy hotel? Okay, wow, like look at this. This is fucking amazing. There's 1, 2, 3 spots for me to sit. And this guy said it wasn't a good hotel. It's an amazing hotel. Let's talk about the Japan Airlines flight. Ground service, great. Sakura Lounge was very crowded, but it was still orderly and still had a place to sit down and eat. It was also quite quiet, but I mean, for 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, it was kind of chaotic. And the flight itself was obviously amazing. There was that cabin attendant who was super nice to me. Told me to not get the Japanese meal because the fish wasn't as good as they wanted it to be because of the imposed ban on seafood in China, and told me to get the Western Hamburg steak with Wagyu, and it was good. And I really appreciated her opinion because we don't have that many flight attendants that give their opinions now. I gave them snacks and they gave me 2 A350 model planes, and a bag of goodies, which I really appreciated. And because it was so few people, it felt very personal, and I felt like the staff were more talkative, more like open than the first class flights I took. Maybe it's because it was in first class, maybe it was because Japan Airlines staff have always just been super friendly. But that's it. I am in Beijing now. I am on my way to go see my grandma and my mom, and it's gonna be fun. Maybe tonight I'll have a mental breakdown. We'll find out.
快睡觉，这地，你这个好事。一摸跟着看了
拍一拍你们。
都是原来不能报销的。
当垃圾，
哦，对，含着你煎菜是，因为我还没带牙，你带。
I just realized I never recorded an outro, so 5 days later, here it is. I was very happy to be able to see my grandma, to be able to eat the food that she cooked for me, and to be seeing my extended family for the first time since 2018, 2019, before the pandemic. I'm still very happy that I took 3 flights and had taken 3 days instead of just 1 direct flight from Bangkok. Thanks for watching. I'll try to make my YouTube videos more interesting and shorter. Bye!